easy to judge outside, but living abroad has its own struggles, I'm telling you. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Komuye Rita, but most people call me Rita Ken. This channel is a place of peace and happy smiling faces. This channel we talk about faith, lifestyle, health tips and beauty. Today's video is a really rare video. Most people that are living living abroad, I'm sure they have heard a lot of this, why most Africans don't visit home often. In this video, I'm going to tell you why most Africans abroad do not visit home often. And trust me, it's deeper than money. Let's dive into it. Don't go anywhere. The fifth point will be the most interesting point. Let's go. The first reason is illegal status. Some people don't yet have a legal document or the right documents. The fear of the fact that if they leave, they'll not be able to come back into the country is a main thing, and most of them can't take that risk to go back and then you're unable to enter into the country you were, so it makes them scared. Not seeing your family for years because of papers. Point is financial struggles. Another big one is money issues. Living abroad is very expensive. Most people think that if you come abroad you're automatically rich. I tell you, that's not the reality at all. Just imagine life living in abroad. It's very expensive. Flights are not cheap. Gifts, like preparing gifts to take back home, is expensive. And then living again life, it's expensive, it's difficult. So trying to combo all that together, maybe like paying your rent. Okay, let me just, for example, you want to go back to Africa to make a month, you still have to pay your rent. Yeah, in short, in the abroad you still have to pay your rent. You still have to maybe purchase gifts. You will still have to buy flight ticket. When you go back home, you still have to do bushfalla things, like buying your friends drinks when you meet them, giving them gifts when you see them. Everybody is expecting of you. It's not easy. I'm sure that's one of the reasons most Africans don't visit home often. So sometimes we end up asking the question, should I visit or should I survive? Which one would I do? Another reason why most Africans don't go home as often is maybe because of trauma. For example, some people the reason they leave the country might be the reason they can't visit often. For example, maybe the crisis, you run because of a crisis, or you had a terrible experience back home, that's why you came, or you travel to abroad. Going back, when you're thinking of going back, you think of those experiences, it makes you feel scared, like the trauma comes back. Going back will not be so easy for such people. They will think, maybe have nightmares on the things that the reason why they left is still there, and maybe it's still haunting them. For example, I'll talk on Cameroon. Going to Cameroon now, most people, I won't talk about most of that. Let's just leave that aside. I don't want to make any example. I'll keep that for any other time. But there are some countries that, especially back Africa, most people can visit because of trauma. So I'm sure that's one of the reasons they can go home. Of them, home doesn't feel like home again. For example, maybe I'll still take example of Cameroon. Maybe your house was burned. If you're going back to Cameroon, where are you going to stay? Like, even if you see the land, you feel home doesn't feel like home again. So they prefer to stay here, or they don't visit as often as they would really like to. The fourth point is, I would say, loss of family bond or loss of friendships. For example, there are many people that before they leave back home, they had a lot of friends, family, but when they come here, they can't really talk with that friend, they can't really communicate with family freely. Or some of them, maybe their families are dead or their loved ones are dead, so visiting back home would not be lively because their families are no more, or their friends, the connection between their friends are not really that strong again. They can't really have something to discuss, or that family bond or friendship bond has maybe reduced or is no more there, so most of them won't feel as going back. There are some, like, before you leave you have a friend that you guys used to talk too much, but when you come to abroad you can't really flow with them, so going back the connection will not be there, like the closeness, the bond will have lost, so it's very difficult to reborn and feel joyful again. So the motivation of going back home becomes less and less, like no family, no friends, so you just lost motivation to go back home for a visit. The fifth point for me that I think is the most interesting point, the reality check. For example, you come abroad, a lot of things change. Like, I'll say life happens. I'll just put the type to, like, life happen. A lot of things change. Maybe you start having children, you get married, a lot of responsibilities, life starts happening, like everything just happened. For example, I'll take example of people during COVID. Some wanted to come home, but because of the COVID they could not come. That's life happening. And you know, sometimes I think years in abroad go very fast. Before you know it, it's already 5, 3, 4, 10 years you haven't gone back home, and life in abroad pass so quickly. I don't know, or it's because we are always working. I really can't tell, but life in abroad goes fast than when I was back in Africa. The sixth point is, I will emphasize on this point, family expectations. This one is very, very real. Sometimes going back home has a lot of pressure because of the family expectations. Like, the family expect a lot from you, meanwhile you can't even meet up to their expectations. Expected to bring money, bring gifts, solve a lot of family problems, meanwhile you can't. You're even struggling to survive here, and the small money that you've even struggled to pay flights, you're done. You don't have anything, but you're still expected to meet their expectations, and that can be overwhelming. Instead of feeling relaxed, like you're going back home to, maybe you're taking your vacation to go and relax, to ease off stress, not to think about the nonsense weather in the UK, just to sleep and wake up by 10 o'clock, not waking up by 4:30 or 5 o'clock, but you go there because of the family expectation. You are instead very, very stressed. Very easy to judge outside, but living abroad has its own struggles, I'm telling you. Some people think most Africans abroad do not go home because they have forgotten about home. People want to go back home for visit, but they can't. Most people really want to, but forgotten where they come from. But I tell you, that's not true. People think Africans abroad do not like going home because they have forgotten about home. They don't want to do with anything about home, but that is not true. Anyway, but at the end of the day, everyone's situation is different. Everyone has the right to do what they want to do. If you are living abroad, what has your experience been like? How are you coping? What's the reason you're not visiting home often? Just leave it under this comment section. Let me know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you agree with some of my reasons? I pray my video bless, inspire, and entertain you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and leave a thumbs up till we see again. Bye.